Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to enroll or invite students in Google Classroom on Instamojo payment. So I am managing my digital courses with the help of a learning management platform that is Google Classroom, and I'm managing the transactions related to this course with the help of a payment gateway that is Instamojo. Now my objective is that whenever a student is going to make a purchase on Instamojo for a particular course, then I want to send an invite link to that same student on Google Classroom course. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between these two applications, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect works on two principles: trigger and action. So in trigger, we are going to take Instamojo, and in action, we are going to take Google Classroom, and we are going to set up a connection between these two applications to automate this entire process. And to learn this entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to invite or enroll a student in Google Classroom for a particular course whenever the payment for that course will be received on Instamojo. So I am going to create an automation for this entire process, that whenever I'm going to receive the payment by a student in Instamojo for a particular course, then I'm going to send an invite link to that student through email for enrolling them in my course in Google Classroom. Okay, so we are going to create this automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So Pabbly Connect allows us to set connections between different applications without the requirement of any coding or programming skills to automate all our repetitive tasks. So this is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we can find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in. But in case if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, once you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, because I'm already an existing user, therefore I'm clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section, where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created, and we can also create different folders over here to save our workflows accordingly. Now, to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. After doing this, we can see that a dialog box will appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Enroll student in Google Classroom on Instamojo payment. After giving this name, here I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So I have already created a folder with a name as automations for learning management. I'm going to select that, and now we are going to click on create. In this way, you can create different folders on your dashboard to save your workflows separately. Now as we have done that, we can see that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, as I've already told you, on which the entire automation works. So basically, these are the building blocks of the automation in Pabbly Connect, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now, let's suppose we are going to take Instamojo in our trigger and Google Classroom in our action, and we want that whenever we are going to receive the payment for a particular course in Instamojo, then we want to send an invite link to join the class in Google Classroom to that same student. So here our action is clearly following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the payment is received successfully in Instamojo, then only the student is enrolled in Google Classroom, otherwise not. So after understanding the concept of trigger in action, let's start creating the workflow step by step. First of all, we will select our trigger application, and that is Instamojo, because we want that whenever we are going to receive the payment from Instamojo, then the workflow should get triggered automatically. Therefore, our application over here will be Instamojo. Now we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So new sale will be our trigger event over here. So whenever the payment will be received, that means when the sale will be made of a course in Instamojo, then instantly we are going to receive the response, and as soon as we will receive the response, the workflow is going to trigger. So as we have done that, we can see that a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. Basically, we have to follow these instructions step by step to set up the connection between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect. And the webhook URL which is received to us is going to act as a bridge for setting up this connection and for sending the data from Instamojo towards Pabbly Connect. So first of all, let us copy this webhook URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. So for this, first of all, I'm going to take you towards my Instamojo account. So as we all know, Instamojo is an amazing payment gateway application which allows users and business owners to manage their payment transactions effortlessly. So I'm using Instamojo to manage the transactions for my course. Okay, so I want that whenever I'm going to receive the payment by a student for my PHP for programming course, then I want to add that student in the course in Google Classroom. So here we are going to set up the connection between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect. For that, we have to go towards product section first of all, and when we are going to select all products, here you can see that all the products which I have in my Instamojo account are given. So I want to set up the connection between this PHP for programming course and Pabbly Connect. So in the same manner, you have to select the product which you want to sell. So I'm going to select this particular product. Here you can see that this is the description of my course. I've added the image, okay, the description of the course, that what kind of knowledge the student is going to receive by pursuing this course, and here is the amount, that means the price of the course. So in the same manner, you have to add the description in Instamojo regarding your product so that the students could check the description as well as the price very easily and clearly. Okay, now when you will select your course, you will find the option of advanced over here. When you will select that, with the help of this option, you have to set up the connection between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect. So now when you will scroll down, you will find some more details. Under these details, you will also find the option of webhook URL. So here we can see that already an existing URL is present. So I'm just going to remove the existing URL from here, and we will simply paste the URL which we have copied just now from Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this is the webhook URL. In same manner, you have to paste the URL over here, and then you have to simply click on save. As we have done that, we can see that the update is successfully made. Now we will go back towards Pabbly Connect, and here it is showing waiting for webhook response. This means after setting the connection, we have to receive a test response over here. So how we are going to do that? By purchasing the product in Instamojo, so that when the payment will be made in Instamojo, we are going to receive the response in Pabbly Connect. And because we have already made the connection between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect for a specific product, as we have set up the connection within the product, therefore we do not require any kind of other condition over here. Whenever the payment will be made for this particular course, PHP for programming, then only we are going to receive the response in Pabbly Connect, otherwise not. Now, here I'm going to open my product once again, and I'm going to click on this view on store option. So as we have done that, it has taken us towards the checkout page of PHP programming course. Now I'm going to purchase this course to make a test submission, and for that we have to make the payment. So let's click on buy now option. So the customer will have to enter their details in these fields to make the payment and purchase the course. Let's say the student who is purchasing this course is new student. Okay, so the name is new student. Now I'm going to enter a random email ID, newstudent@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to enter the phone number. So I'm going to give a random phone number over here because I'm doing a test submission. Okay, now we will click on review and pay, and here we have to make the payment of ₹9. So I'm going to do that. So here we have to select the options through which we want to make the payment. So I'm going to select UPI option, and with the help of this QR code, I'm going to make the payments. So let me do the payment over here. And the payment is successful. So I've made the payment of ₹9 for purchasing the course PHP for programming. Now let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will wait for a few seconds, and here we can see that yes, as soon as we have made the payment, we have received the response of that payment over here. And in the response, we have received all the details. This is the status, that means credit, that means the amount is received. This is the purpose ID. Here's the request ID. Okay, here's the payment ID. We have also received the long URL. That means with the help of this URL, we have received the payment, and we can see in the URL, the course name is also given for which the payment is received, the currency in which the payment is received, the phone number of the customer, and the name and email of the customer is also given over here along with the amount he has paid. So this means that our connection between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful. So now whenever the payment will be received for PHP programming course in Instamojo, then we are going to receive the response of that payment inside Pabbly Connect as well. And as soon as we will receive the response, we want to add that students, basically we want to enroll that student in the course in Google Classroom. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to set up the connection between Google Classroom and Pabbly Connect. So we will move towards our action step. Our action application here will be Google Classroom. So let's select that. So basically, I am managing my digital course with the help of a learning management platform that is Google Classroom. And this is the course PHP for programming in which I want to enroll the students. So whenever the payment will be received for this particular course in Instamojo, then only I want to add the student, otherwise not. Okay. So now here, after selecting Google Classroom and action application, we also have to select the action event, and that will be create invitation. So basically, with the help of this event, we are going to send an invite link to the student through email so that they can join the class in Google Classroom. So we will select create invitation as our action application, and we will click on connect. Now to build a new connection, we have to click on this add new connection button, and we have to click on sign in with Google. But in case if you already have an existing connection, you can also go with existing connection. Now when we are going to click on sign in with Google, here we have to select our account. And now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Google account. So let's click on allow, as it is 100% safe. And as we have done that, we can see that our authorization has become successful and our connection between Google Classroom and Pabbly Connect is perfectly successful. So why the connection has become so easy? Because I was already logged into my Google Classroom account earlier as well. So you also have to keep in mind, before setting up the connection between your Google Classroom and Pabbly Connect, you must log into your account. Okay. Now we will move forward. Now here we have to select the course ID. If you have multiple courses in your Google Classroom, then you have to select the specific course in which you want to enroll the student from the drop down. Because I only have one course over here currently, so I have already selected that. Now the next is the role. What role you want to provide to the customer? I want to provide the role of a student, so I have selected student over here. Now the next is the email address. So here we have to enter the email address of the person to whom we want to enroll as a student in Google Classroom. We want to send the invite link to the student who has made the purchase recently in Instamojo. So we will simply use the email address of that student. We have already received that by our previous response. So we will simply map the data. Mapping is inserting data from previous step. Here our previous step is given, and here are all the details. So we want to map the email address of the buyer. We will simply select that, and it is mapped. As we have mapped this email address, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, now it is going to be replaced automatically. So now whenever a new payment will be received from Instamojo by a new student, automatically the student email address is going to be replaced with a new email address of that new student. And in this way, we are going to send the invite link to all the students for joining the class in Google Classroom who are making the payment for the course in Instamojo. Okay. But in case if we will enter the data manually over here, then it will become static, and then it is not going to replace. Therefore, to automate the entire process, we use mapping. Now when we are going to click on save and send test request button, here we can see that we have received the response, and in the response we can see that the ID is received. This means that the student is enrolled in Google Classroom for a particular course, and the invite link is sent. So let's go and check whether the invite link is received to the student on this particular email ID or not. And yes, here we can see that class invitation is received for PHP for programming course. When the student is going to click on this join class button, then he or she will be automatically enrolled inside Google Classroom for this particular course, PHP for programming. Okay, now we'll go back towards Google Classroom as well. And when we'll go towards people section, we can see that the new student @pabblytudes.com is invited. So the invite link is sent, and as soon as the student is going to join, he will be added in the student section. Okay, so this means that our workflow is absolutely successful. Let's just quickly summarize what we have done over here in the workflow. So we have used very simple steps to create this automation, in which we have taken trigger in action. In trigger, we have taken Instamojo, which is an amazing payment gateway, and we have taken Google Classroom in our action, which is an amazing online learning management platform. And we have set up a connection between these two applications in such a way that now whenever a new sale will be made for a particular course in Instamojo, then the student who has made the payment will automatically be enrolled in that particular course in Google Classroom. In this way, you can very easily create this automation without any coding or programming skills to automatically enroll or invite students in Google Classroom course when the payment will be received in Instamojo. So this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.